Hello, and this is my Module 9 reflection. To start, to describe assistive technology, it is technology that can be used inside and outside of the classroom to assist people with disabilities at achieving what would be considered a normal life. Inside the classroom, it can be utilized by all classrooms, but specifically children on IEPs and in special education whom have disabilities, to make sure that they receive the same level and quality of education as every other student. I don't have a lot of experience with assistive technology outside of working with students whom require braces and walking chairs or wheelchairs and walkers. The assistive technology I have the most experience with is simply programs whom will read aloud to students when they struggle to read so that they can understand what they are reading as well as the other students. As for uses inside of the classroom, there are multiple, especially when wanting to ensure that all of your students understand and achieve as much as all of the other students in your room. When working with students who do have a disability, at times I know it can be challenging to ensure that they are able to participate as much as the other students. So this technology that allows them to be able to do everything that other students can do is very important. The most interesting of the assistive technology in this module that I found was the IntelliTools by AbleNet. After watching the video and seeing how the program can connect to the computer in order to assist children in operating a computer with their fine motor skills, that it was fascinating. With some of the overlays, they don't need to even be able to have the ability to utilize a mouse. They can simply push a button and the mouse will move. I also thought it was fascinating that you could adjust the settings so that should a student with those motor skills not be able to move as quickly or just more slide their hand everywhere, the program won't receive all of the keys, as well as you can set it so that repetition is turned off. Therefore, you won't have a student who puts too much pressure and doesn't move their hand fast enough, and you just get several repetitions of the same key on the screen. I thought that that was very, very interesting, and I enjoyed that there were several different overlays, including math overlays and multiple keyboard overlays. I really liked the fact that there was even an alphabetical option for younger students. So I thought that technology was very, very interesting and could be very useful. The three types that I decided to discuss from our article was communication, physical, and mobility. I chose physical and mobility together because they kind of go hand in hand. The others were existence and environmental, environmental interaction. And I just didn't find those quite as interesting. So, for communication involves both verbal and written interaction. And therefore, assistive technology that helps with that would help both written and verbal. And therefore, a technology that would assist in that would be a soundboard to assist children who don't have the ability to verbally or at times communicate with written, to use a soundboard to express themselves. Next, physical offers assistance with positioning, and therefore a students who don't have as much bodily control, those kinds of things will help them with positioning, such as wheelchairs, braces, or prosthetics. Having problems physically or having physical disabilities may also lead to mobility disabilities, and therefore this assistive technology will help with stairs, moving around, and transferring to and from a wheelchair. Assistive technology that can help with this include wheelchairs, but also walkers and canes when requiring movement to and from said wheelchair. And lastly, I ended up Googling assistive technology, and I did find a webpage that I found very interesting. It was the Assistive Technology Industry Association. This webpage discussed everything about assistive technology products and equipment, and how they enhance learning and working and just simply improving the daily lives of people with disabilities. And it went into several different types of assistive technology. One that I found that was the most interesting, I actually found on MaxiAids.com, and it is called the Reading Pen. And this allows you to scan a single word or full lines of text, and they will display that text in larger characters, and it will also not only tell you the word, but if you need it to, it will tell you the definition of that word. It also will translate into Spanish. It recognizes several different fonts and sizes of fonts, and it can help increase comprehension and help expand vocabulary. It's also used to improve fluency. This pen is about $200 but can be purchased by anybody who needs it. And I thought that was very interesting because it will help students who might not be able to read or might not understand what they're reading to simply scan, and it will put it not only in bigger font, but it will also read out loud to them and tell them what the word that they are having trouble with means. So that is all for this week's module reflection. Thank you so much.